Good morning. It is Monday, so it is the start of a new vlog. And I'm very excited to keep this momentum going. I do have to get up and get ready for work, but I just wanted to do a quick check-in and start the vlog off for us. I am deciding that I am going to be reading a book on my Kobo while I'm out, and I'm going to pick a physical read to read at home to try and get more of my TBR read, if you will. So on my Kobo, which I will be bringing with me to work, I am reading the third book in the Sapphic Lady Knights series by Mariah Ray Birch. This one is called Her Blushing Hero, and I believe this is a baker in a little town, and the knight that shows up and the knight is somehow going to end up protecting our baker. I don't really know the intricacies of that, but yes, that's the book we're bringing with us. And then when I get home, I'll decide the book that I'm going to read physically while I'm in the house. And I am also going to write, because I think I forgot to talk about it in last week's vlog, but I had book club last night, which was amazing. I love book club. It's healing for me every month that we do it. But my friend Yelena brought her oracle deck, her tarot deck, her pattern deck from the Mask of Mirrors, and her runes. And she did a reading for me, which was so fun and incredible. Like, we had to consult almost everything. We didn't consult tarot, but it was so fun to like see and figure out what it was telling us, which was very accurate to me. And so I am going to force myself to be writing, because one of the things was like finding balance in between the material and the immaterial, and my fear of where I'm at materially, and specifically with the wealth aspect of it and my job, and the balance that is not translating properly to my concerns with all of those things and my desires to be creative. And so I am going to make more of a concerted effort to put more of that, to try and find a balance between my overwhelming anxieties about money and my job and all of that, and the energy that takes out of me, versus, and then the balance of actually being creative and finding a better way to handle that. I feel like I'm not explaining it properly, but it made a lot of sense last night and when I was explaining it to Charlotte. But so I'm going to make a concerted effort to sit down today and edit last week's vlog and get it posted for today when I get home from work, but also to actually spend some time writing, because I want to be an author. I've already written a book. I've shelved it because it wasn't doing well in querying, and I have a bunch of projects, but I am so overwhelmed with everything else that that's kind of going to the wayside, and I can't be a published author if I don't figure out how to balance things and write. I have all the want and the passion for my projects, but it's the act of sitting down and doing it where I struggle, because I'm so exhausted all the time. So we're going to work on finding balance, but that is the check-in, and I will check in with you guys later. And yeah. It's Tuesday, and it's also like 11:40 at night, and I haven't uploaded the vlog, but I have a reason. So yesterday I did try to edit the vlog, but my mouse was dead, and I had some issues with iMovie. So I was going to do it today, but then I got home and I was hanging out with Charlotte, and then I did some writing. I also did writing yesterday, so I have tomorrow off, so I'm going to get up in the morning and edit and post it tomorrow. That is a guarantee. I will come back and I will tell you that it is completed. But I'm not being too hard on myself because your girl wrote. What are you? Oh, it's like a little fuzz from the cats. Your girl wrote 2 days in a row. She even plotted a whole outline. Like, who is she? Pantser who? Like, what? But anyway, feeling really good about that. So while I am behind schedule on posting the vlog, I do have a plan to make sure that it gets posted tomorrow. So I promise it will get posted tomorrow. I haven't done much reading because I've been writing, but I have read about 5% of Her Blushing Hero by Mariah Ray Birch. I did also start The Mask of Mirrors. I'm back on my Mask of Mirrors bullshit. This is my favorite book, literally, of all time, and this is, I think, the 3rd or 4th time that I'm reading this book. Can't even tell you. I'm just literally that obsessed with it. But I did decide that I wanted to reread it. And so I am 2 hours into it. I'm in chapter 3. I don't know if I've actually talked about Her Blushing Hero, but essentially we have our main character, Hildeth. She is a retired knight, and she lives in this town. Her brother is the Lord, and she is injured. She had an injury to her leg, so she can't walk as well as she used to, and so that is why she's retired. And then we have our other main character, Lola, I think it is. Lola. She is a baker, but she's also a witch. And as we know from the first 2 books, that witches are being magical or being a witch is illegal because you can get this, it's called green sickness, and it will literally eat you alive from the inside, and it will take away everything that is you and turn you into this monster called a malignant. And once that happens, you essentially are evil. You aren't who you used to be anymore. And because of this, witchcraft is illegal and not allowed. But she can imbue things with emotion. So she's a baker, and she puts like positive energies into her baked goods. And Hildeth is much older than her. It's going to be a little age gap moment, but she has a crush on Lola. It's cute so far. I'm enjoying it. Also, I don't think I've mentioned, but these books can be read like as standalones. They're all set in the same world, but they're not like, you don't necessarily have to read the other ones to enjoy the current one. So I guess if one sounds more interesting to you than the other ones, I would say pick that one up. I will say in, what was the other one called? I'm like getting them all mixed up. In Her Lovely Champion, we did have a cameo from our main characters of Her Pretty Knight. So I'm wondering if we'll get a cameo of them in this one, but so far nothing. 5% of the way in. The Mask of Mirrors is a fantasy trilogy that's completed. About Ren. She is like a kind of street rat kind of character, and she is out to con her way into this noble family, the Trimentis family, in order to steal their money. Well, not really steal. She wants to be put onto the register so that she is set up for life, her and her sister. It turns out that this noble family is actually kind of destitute by noble family standards, and then there are some other characters that come into play. Because I've read it so much, I'm afraid to talk about it too much because I don't want to accidentally give spoilers. But it's just so good. The magic system is so good. The world building is so good. The political schemings and the commentary on politics and race and the racial divide and classism, absolutely delicious. But that being said, I am going to try and read a little bit of Her Blushing Hero before I fall asleep. So yeah, that's all of that, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And I promise, the vlog will be up tomorrow. We've been gone 3 hours. Before I left, it said 2 hours and 55 minutes, but now that we're home, it still says 1 hour. So eventually, this will get posted, but who knows when exactly. We did it, Joe.
So proud of her.
Dinner of Champions. Hey everyone, it is Thursday. I am just getting home from work. It is 5:15 and it is unbearably hot outside. I am not a summer girl. I am a fall winter girly. That is when I'm happiest. In my opinion, cold is better than hot. You can always put more clothes on. You can only take so much off. You know what I mean? And it is unbearably hot outside. It feels like you walk outside and you feel like you're in a bowl of soup. That's how disgusting it is. And as somebody who doesn't particularly enjoy soup, not enjoyable. So that's why it's currently dark AF in here. I have the windows, the window blinds drawn, and I have the lights off, and I don't plan on turning them on. So hopefully you can see me. It looks like you can see me. But we're just gonna have to roll with the punches because I refuse to turn on the lights. Also, you will probably learn this about me, but I can make any excuse to order dinner because I don't enjoy cooking. I don't enjoy making food. I would much rather just pay for somebody else to make it for me and deliver it here. And today my excuse is that it's too hot out. It is currently 90 degrees out. So I think that's valid. So I am going to order my dinner, but I also did buy some books today because my on hold shelf was getting a little out of control. So I did pick up Nymph by Sophia Montrone. This is a debut novel. It's supposed to be like a sapphic Call Me By Your Name. I heard sapphic, I heard Call Me By Your Name, and I said say less. And I needed her, so I ordered her into the store for me. And she came the other day and I didn't buy her, so I bought her today. And then the other book I bought was This Immortal Heart by Jennifer Saint. I haven't actually read any of Jennifer Saint's other novels, though I've heard they're all great. But this is another Greek mythology retelling, but it's Aphrodite and Ares. And That's just my vibe. I feel like that's perfect and I want to read it. So I bought both of those today. A little mini book haul for you. I didn't read much yesterday. I actually don't think I read at all. And I also think I forgot to check in. I apologize. Yesterday I had the day off with Charlotte, so it was literally just laying around and hanging out with Charlotte all day, which was perfect and amazing and wonderful. Spending my whole day with Charlotte is literally my favorite way to spend a day, so you're not going to get any complaints from me. We were super lazy all morning. Then we went and we got lunch at this place called Tasty Dumpling, which is so good. And then we went grocery shopping, and then we came home and we just continued to lay around and do nothing. And it was truly wonderful. Although I did upload the vlog. I did do that yesterday. And I did work on some writing stuff, which was also very productive, very proud of myself. So if I was able to do those two things, it's okay that I didn't read. But we are going to read today. I'm currently still reading Her Blushing Hero. I'm 11% read on chapter 4. But my Kobo says that I will finish this in about 3 hours. So I plan on ordering some food and then just reading for the rest of the night because I don't really want to watch anything. I'm not in the mood for picking up some Hunter x Hunter, and I don't want to watch anything else. And Charlotte is working till close, so I don't have her here to watch some of the shows that we've started watching together, and I'm not going to watch them without her. So I'm going to get some reading. I'm going to do some writing. It's going to be a really great night. So that being said, I'm going to order my lunch, and then I'm going to, well, my dinner. I'm going to order my dinner, and I'm going to read. And Midnight is looking particularly annoyed, but I know she's been fed because I literally just fed her. And I also gave her treats, so once she figures out what she wants, I will be happy to give it to her. But until then, she's just going to look at me all angry like, so. Anyway, I'm just blabbing now, so I will check in later, maybe, or I'll just see you tomorrow. Can I help you? Do you know what you want? Not yet. Those are some airplane ears, but I don't know what they're for. Big yawn. Someone's outside. Midnight. What are we gonna do? Hello. Yet again, it is after work. It's like 5. It's actually 6:30. I've just been laying in the dark because yet again it is another hot one. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. So as same as yesterday, lights off, AC up. Yesterday I didn't actually do any reading because I was struck with the worst migraine I think I've had in a little while. So I didn't get any reading done, but I have plans to get some reading done today. I am gonna watch some Hunter x Hunter while I eat dinner, and then I'm gonna read. So right now it's very exciting in Hunter x Hunter because it's the Chimera Ant arc, and don't even talk to me if you don't like the Chimera Ant arc because, excuse me, it's the best arc, and I love Meruem and Komogi. Truly one of the greatest stories of all time. I love it, and it is in fact Meruem and Komogi time, so I'm having a great time with that. I've watched the show, I think this is my 3rd time watching. I love Hunter x Hunter, and I will take no criticisms, especially about the Chimera Ant arc. I don't care that it does that typical shonen thing where it's like, it's been 3 seconds since this fight began towards the end of this arc. I love it. I eat it up every single time. But that being said, I am going to eat my food before it gets cold, and I'm going to watch this Hunter x Hunter, these Hunter x Hunter episodes, because if I don't do it, nobody will. So. I think since I updated you, but it's Sunday. I'm about to go into work. I have like 20 minutes before work, so I apologize that my car is still on, and you can probably hear not only my car engine but the AC, but I quite physically cannot sit in my car without the AC on right now because it is currently 82 degrees outside. So literally kill me. I hate the heat. I'm like so over it already. And this is the first, like, maybe it's like the second heat wave of the year. And I'm already done with it, and it's only like halfway through June. So wish me luck. It's gonna be a long summer. I did do a little bit of reading in her Blushing Hero. I'm now 25% of the way through. This one so far is not my favorite of the series. And I also, it looks like it's the shortest of them. But essentially we have our main girl Lola. I can't remember if I've actually told you about the book, so I'm going to tell you about it again. And you're going to forgive me if I've already told you. Essentially we have Lola, and she is a baker, but she's also a witch, and as we know from reading the other books in the series, being a witch is illegal and punishable by death. And she has run away from home, and at one point her sister shows up, revealing to Lola that she hasn't actually escaped the way that she thought she had. She has not hidden herself very well, and everybody knows where she is. And her sister is like, you have to hide this for me and I'll be back. And then after her sister hides this thing in her house, she is attacked by somebody who's going through her stuff, obviously trying to find this thing that her sister has hidden there. And she goes to Hildreth, our Lady Knight of the series, of the book, for protection, and then the Lady Knight takes the thing that has been hidden in her house, and now Lola is mad at Hildreth, but I think they're still going to work together. I don't know. It was really weird, this whole situation between Lola and Hildreth, and the way that everything just went down. Not my favorite, but I'm going to finish it, obviously, but it is a little disappointing that I'm not loving this one as much as I was loving the other ones. But in positive news, I have been listening to quite a bit of The Mask of Mirrors. I've now listened to 11 hours and 14 minutes. We just started chapter 12. This is my least favorite part of the book. I'm just going to be honest, and not because it's bad, but because literally the worst thing happens. And I can't talk about it because that's a spoiler, but every time it happens, because I've listened to this book now, well, I've read the book about 4 times now, and every time I'm like, surely something different will happen, but nothing different happens, obviously, because it's a book. It's like, that's kind of the point. But it's truly, I'm like devastated thinking about what's coming. Like, I know what's coming, and I just don't want it to happen. So I just have to power through it, but it's my least favorite part. But I've been having so much fun re-listening to it, and you would think that I would have remembered everything that was happening, but there have been scenes where I'm like, do I remember this from the first time I've read this? And I don't. And what was funny was because my friend Yelena has actually read the book as well on my recommendation, and I was telling her, like, I knew that Pavlin was trans from like my first listen, and she was like, what? So she didn't realize that Pavlin is trans. But I had only realized that Pavlin was trans because one of our main characters, Tess, she is making him a binder. And she talks about how beautiful Pavlin is. So the idea is that he could just be a feminine presenting man. But with the binder, I just inferred, oh, he's transgender. But I was listening to it this time, and there's a whole scene in the book where they say he was born a daughter to his family, but now he's the son. And I was like, how did I miss that on 3 reads? Like, how did I miss that? But I caught it this time, and it's just fun, like, being able to pick out the different threads. If you've read the book, you know, but like picking out the different threads and seeing all the steps and the foreshadowing and the layering of what you need to know for the later books and how it's all going to come together. I'm just having such a great time. And all of this to say, if you have not read The Mask of Mirrors, please pick it up. It is so good. I think it's an underrated fantasy series. It has a delicious slow burn romance, but also the political movings and the magic system and the world building and the talk of class systems and the racial divide and the struggles that the upper class force the lower class systems into and the rebellion that's going to start taking place. Oh, it's so good. It's just so underrated. I just want everyone to read it. So this is my plea to please pick up The Mask of Mirrors. And if you're disappointed, don't come to me. Do some self-reflection. So anyway, I am going to try and read a little bit before I go in, but I'm probably going to go in early just to sit in the break room because it's too hot to continue to be in my car. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi, I'm back. It's 7:45. I'm about to drive home, but I have to tell you this because I am in my car and alone, so I feel much more comfortable talking to the camera. But my mom came in to work today to see me because we want to read Lonesome Dove, so we both picked up our copies. So that's a fun little haul for you today. But she brought this photo album from these pictures that I was talking about because from my recollection, I was like, there is one photo that's like, so this girl's a lesbian. She just doesn't realize it yet. I'm trying to see if this will. Like, are you joking? That's a lesbian. Also, that is a lesbian. Like, what is happening? But she just wasn't comfortable yet. She just wasn't comfortable yet, but now she is. She's out. She's loud. She's proud. We love being a lesbian. I think it's so funny because that was also freshman year, and I got it into my head that I wanted to be the kicker on the football team. That didn't happen. I would have been miserable. But I just think it's so funny. I feel like there's more pictures that my mom has that I just don't have access to currently that would also give that vibe. But that's just hilarious, and I had to share that with you really quick. But I'm on my way home finally, and I'm gonna write tonight. Hold me accountable. And then I'm also going to read tonight. So 2 very exciting things to do. Also, we've been watching Love Island. I meant to tell you this earlier, but I forgot to. I'm not having a good time. I don't know if I'm maybe too gay for the show. I've got the ick. every time these girls are crying over these dusty, crusty ass men who are gross and disgusting, and they're all such losers. I don't like a single one of them. And these women are gorgeous and beautiful, and they're crying over these men. You've known them 24 hours. Me and Charlotte, I know this is like old news because Love Island is already quite into the process. But me and Charlotte always wait like a few episodes in so that we can binge and we don't get like to the point where we don't have any more to watch. But I'm not having a good time. I checked out halfway through one of the episodes we were watching last night because I just couldn't do it. I think we're on episode 5 now, so we'll probably watch that tonight. I can't do it. I hate all these men and all these women. I just want to be like, girl, what are you doing? Although I think it's absolutely hilarious that there is a girl from New Hampshire on the show, and she asks the girls if they know where New Hampshire is, and no one knows where New Hampshire is. How do you not know where New Hampshire is? I don't get it. But anyway, I digress. I am gonna drive home now so I can see my wife. And I will try and check in tonight, but this might be the last time you hear from me before the end of the vlog. So if it is, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.